Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Steve's Guitars here in beautiful downtown Carbondale. It's a cold winter night, but we've got some music to warm your soul. Before we get started, we want to send some shout-outs to our sponsors. We want to thank First Bank. That's banking for good. We'd like to send a shout-out to PM Consulting Limited up in Aspen. They are one of our primary sponsors. We need to send a shout-out to GrassRoots Community Network. Without them, we would not be live streaming any of this. And, of course, a shout-out to the Standiford family for having this amazing space that lets us do these things. Shout-out to all of you who at one time or another have participated in live music and have helped to support live music. It's an important thing to do. It really is. The artists that you will see have spent countless hours learning their craft, and it's really good for them to see audience folks out here. So without any further ado, I will introduce you all to tonight's talent. From stage right, your left, we will have Ray Omri. In center stage, we will have Olivia Pevic, and on stage left, your right, Mugsy Faye. Please welcome these songstresses, and we hope you enjoy the evening.
Hello, good evening. Ooh, the doors must have been open recently. Welcome, three queens. Here we are.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
This is Mugsy Faye.
I'll talk to you if you want me to. Hi,
Yes,
I'm Mugsy
please.
Faye.
She knows how to talk.
Let's
This
get
is
it going.
Ray Omri.
Ray, over here.
I'm Olivia. We have known each other like sometimes a long time, not super well. But I've been dreaming about this my whole life, I feel like. So I'm really glad that you're all here.
Thanks for having us, Olivia. And yeah, thanks everyone for being here tonight.
Yeah, so we're going to do songwriters in the round kind of a thing. So each of us is going to play a song. I'm going to start. Ray's going to go next, and then Mugsy, and we're going to go around and around. We were just talking backstage and realized that we're all, believe it or not, really like writing songs and all of the intricacies that go into songwriting. So we're going to talk about our songwriting as well. Yeah, because that's cool. So I'm going to...
That's what the people paid
That's
for.
what people paid for. So I'm going to kick us off with a song that I wrote that reminds me that 3/4 time is like the happy sad. It's the happy sad time. When I was a kid, I always loved the swings. Spinning made me puke, but flying was a breeze. Oh, now I'd really rather keep my feet upon the ground. Every swinger knows what goes up must come down. My doctor said drink water, get plenty exercise. Swimming is my favorite, if I don't mind the tides. Oh, one day I am floating and the next I think I'll drown. Every swinger knows what goes up must come down. I'm on the upswing again, all feeling better every day. Upswing again, how I wish I could stay on the upswing again, all flying high up in the sky, high enough to fly away, away. This world's a land of opposites, most folks ride the middle. This never ceasing back and forth is really quite a riddle. Now, does the law of gravity turn my smile into a frown? Every swinger knows what goes up must come down. I said every swinger knows what goes up must come down. I said every swinger knows what goes up, what goes up. whistle doesn't work.
It's got to go down sometime.
You gotta wet your whistle. I didn't wet my whistle before I sang. Thank you so much.
Olivia, that was so beautiful. Before we move on to our next guest this evening, I'm going to support our mission of doing, this is like our first time doing this Singers in the Round, and it was Olivia's idea, and we're figuring it out. And this is not the first time I've been pulled into a thing this week and been like, yeah, I can just improv that, no problem. So I would love to hear, and I don't know if I heard, what is the name of that song?
Oh, what a good question. I call it Every Swinger Knows.
Beautiful. And I kind of have two questions that are also like very broad, but the first being, what is that song about? If you wouldn't mind sharing with us.
I would like to take some guesses.
I mean, I have one, but that's how I interpret it.
Yeah, I refuse to answer that.
Okay, beautiful. So next question. Good, I think I got my answer. Can you tell us about the process of writing that song for you? Because I feel like that's where your interest kind of lies with this anyway, is really not the content, but the creation.
Yeah, I do love the songwriting process. So anybody writing songs, I highly recommend a song a day for a month. Whatever you can do, however long you can sustain it, write a song every single day. That's one that I wrote in a month of writing songs every day. And what I loved the most about it was that it just flowed out, and all of the puking line, really, that's what it all circled around. You know, how it makes you feel like you're going to puke when you spin.
Ooh, that's what the song is about.
Yeah,
there it is. Thank you. See, I knew that both of those questions would ultimately get to the same answers. I love that.
Ray, what have you got for us this evening?
Well,
this is going great.
I'm gonna play the song that this guitar is tuned for right now.
Yes, good choice.
I do not write a song a day. I'm like extremely slow. I think I should take that challenge because I think different stuff would come out. But yeah, here goes. This is one that wasn't working earlier, but I'm hoping that it works now. Alrighty. Silver sky low and turning like filigree, undiscerning, returning eternally. Always coming for us, over and over bore us. from the haze of the morning. Every word comes like stars being born, sacred and absurd. Days break us and restore us. Over and over for us. Thank you.
Hey. Does that say Ouroboros? Ouroboros? What are the lyrics? You gonna say
Yeah,
it?
I don't
Say
actually know how to spell or pronounce that word, but I
Yeah.
did put it in. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. It's like, if anybody doesn't know, it's that snake that's like eating its own tail.
Or
and
a
it's supposed to be
Boris.
like representative of life and death and rebirth and that cycle. But I wrote it during a breakup, and I made it about the whole world falling apart.
Because that's what a breakup feels like.
Occasionally. Turns out that it doesn't matter
Works
at
on a
all
lot of
after like a
levels.
month, but
Sounded like it worked. You said it wasn't working earlier. Sounded
it
like
wasn't working
It
earlier.
worked.
It happened, which is
worked.
good.
Yeah, it came together in the end. It's beautiful.
Thanks. What you got?
I guess so. All right. Hi guys, I'm Mugsy Faye, and I feel like I just like talk in front of people all the time. So I'm like,
So good at
let's do it. I was joking that they need to give me a jacket because it's my 5th time playing here at Steve's this year. So I don't know, pretty cool about that. It's kind of weird. So excited to be here with you guys tonight. What am I? Yeah. I got arm space, that's for sure. I was like, I had all these things I wanted to say, and then now it turned to me, and I don't. So, as far as the writing a song a day challenge, does it count if it's like, I'm in the kitchen, chopping
Totally.
potatoes?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the way you do it.
Do I need to write it down?
You make
Like-
sure that you just do it.
Okay,
Yeah,
I think
doesn't matter what it
that
is.
sounds very intimidating.
I know, right? It's the only way I write.
Well, I do write my songs in a day, but I don't know about a song a day. But this is a newer one I wrote called. I'm trying. So I think this is actually the perfect order too, because I feel like you're like middle energy, and then we got a slow
Yeah.
song, and then I'm gonna pick us back up before I pass it over to
Yeah.
Olivia. But I did try to pick some slower songs. You did. Yeah, this is a new one I got called "Gonna Lose." The truth is, I want it with or without you, without you. So tell me, what path are you gonna choose? It's up to you. I'll dance to whatever song suits your mood. If you want me to, just tell me, are you gonna lose? It's up to you. Just tell me, are you gonna lose? Are you gonna lose? I'll fall in love with a little touch. I give my all, though it isn't much. I'll fall in love with every touch. They give it up, but it ain't enough. The truth is, I'm winning with or without you, without you. So tell me, what game are you gonna choose? It's up to you. I'll roll the dice, I'll play your rules, I'll deal the cards. If you make a move, just tell me, are you gonna lose? It's up to you. Just tell me, are you gonna lose? find yourself by drowning him. I don't know how to define it. How can there be one if it's infinite? The truth is I'm getting it with or without you, without you. So tell me, what song are you gonna choose? It's up to you. I'll dance to whatever you're dancing to. If you let me do, just tell me, are you gonna lose? It's up to you. Just tell me, are you gonna keep on choosing to lose? Just tell me, are you gonna lose? It's up to you. Just tell me, are you gonna lose? Are you gonna lose? Are you gonna lose? It's up to you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I love that question. I feel like I'm asking my students that every day. Like, you could choose to enjoy this.
Yeah, I like the way you say that. Yeah. It was a hard lesson. I didn't learn it until after school.
Right,
So sorry
me
to all my
too.
old teachers
I know, right?
who had to.
Mugsy, can I ask you how you chose the banjo? Because, it's our special in common thing.
Yeah, but you're not going to like the answer.
Oh, I want to know it, though.
Yeah, so people always ask why the banjo.
Yeah.
And I'm not joking when I say that it's the easiest stringed instrument for me to play. It's open G, so you literally
Right.
don't need to know any chords to play it.
Yeah.
And I have short, stubby fingers, which are not conducive to playing the guitar. Particularly, I learned on a classical.
I have short, stubby
You
fingers.
do, and you
Oh,
rock
but
it.
it's
And you're
not
playing
conducive,
classical.
though. It's not conducive.
No, it's not conducive. It's hard. It's hard. And I do play guitar sometimes, but it's not conducive. And with a ukulele that has fewer strings, the chords are actually really hard, and it's really hard to smash my little fat fingers on the fretboard. So the banjo is hard because you still have to make long chords, but it's literally the easiest one.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. Wouldn't that be great if that was leading me into a song, but it's not. I do have that song, but I'm not going to play that song tonight.
Next time.
But I do have to tune. When I called us all together, I suggested 2 originals and a cover, because I love hearing the. Just want to check on the phone. I love hearing the covers that songwriters choose, because songwriters think about words a lot, and so it's fun. It's fun to see what the songs are that songwriters choose to cover. And I'm gonna give you a little Tom Petty. Because he writes amazing songs. And also because I'm really grateful to be here in Steve's Guitars, a place that's basically the home base of my music. And we recently lost our queen. So I'd like to play this song for Mary Margaret. I didn't realize until recently that this was a song about letting go of people to the other side, but it definitely is. And it's a beautiful song, and Mary Margaret was a truly special human, keeping a calm and loving support of this amazing venue. let your heart be your guide. You deserve the deepest of cover. You belong in that home by and by. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong somewhere close to me. Oh, far away from your trouble and worry. You belong somewhere you feel free. You belong somewhere you feel free. You belong somewhere. Yeah, I made myself notes, but they're terrible, so I messed up the lyrics.
It sounded beautiful. Okay.
Ah.
Songwriter
Ah.
pro tip.
Pro tip.
Performer pro tip.
Performer.
Okay. So Luke, the old music manager.
Don't tell them when you mess up. No.
Exactly. No, that's exactly. That's what I learned on Katie and Kate.
Yeah.
Is don't apologize for messing up
Yeah.
because now you've messed up twice. Because I
Yeah.
didn't notice that you messed the lyrics up, and that's always a lesson I'm reminding myself too. It sounded beautiful.
This is a coaching session.
We just asked you all here to really motivate us to show up. We've been trying to arrange this meeting for a while.
We have. Oh, I'm so glad it's finally happening. We were just talking backstage how this is, just like a full circle. This trio is a very full circle. It's really wonderful to be here. Whatever you got next.
Yeah, I want to play the one that's in the tuning that's closest to this one. Yeah. Oh man, I love Clawhammer so much because it can be so sweet and so spooky and so like different, depending on the tune. And that was just like so lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah. This song, I feel like songs, I'll get a phrase or two and I'll like painstakingly piece it together, or I'll wait forever until the right thing works out. But this one, I had a dream, and the dream was the plot of this song, and I woke up and I wrote it down, and the lick was there, and the like rhyme scheme was there, and everything was there, and I was like, what? This never happens.
That's awesome.
So that was convenient. I'm still waiting for it to happen again. That was like 2 years ago. So.
Come on, dream song.
I know. If only they all happened like that. Okay. I can't live with that. I once heard somebody who was playing. They were playing banjo,
Yeah,
and they
I heard that in my banjo just now.
So that's the one problem that makes it not so easy.
There's the tune, yeah. Well, the guy that was playing, he was like, tuning is like being an airline mechanic. Like they want you to do your job before you take off, because otherwise things crash and burn, and it's bad for everyone involved. I think that's livable. This is the chord that it's supposed to be. Okay. my skill, I'd been hired to kill a man who was wanted and hiding. So I asked around in the nearby town, and I found out where he was residing. My long hair was flowing in the evening wind. And never knowing he invited me in. We shared the bed where he'd soon lay dead, for we each in our own ways were lonely. Then I shot my gun and my job was done, for I knew it was work and work only. Then I heard a cry from a room nearby, and the wind blew the door to the parlor, and a little girl with a ringlet curl was crying out loud for her father. As I was going, she reached for my hand. Oh, never knowing that I shot down her old man. In my tortured sleep, I could hardly keep from screaming with the wind in the holler. And my tortured days were a blinded haze from the light gleaming off my revolver. My mind was fraught every time I thought of the man that I led to the slaughter. So I turned my horse and reversed my course, and I swore I would raise up his daughter.
I want to know the setting. I see like a Western town. Yeah?
Yeah, it was originally, I think it's still technically called Western Dream because I couldn't think of a better title. But
Cool.
yeah, she's like a hired gun lady assassin type of vibe.
Yeah. Did the dream carry on? Like, did you become the mother of this orphan?
Yeah, so the dream, I had to change a little bit of stuff because it was weird.
Because it was a dream.
It was weird, yeah. In the dream, this is going to get graphic, but in the dream, I not me, but the character that I was in shot the person first and then slept with him. He was still alive, but it was like It was weird, and I was like, no, we're gonna switch it around. And then, and also the person that I shot was Townes Van Zandt, and I'm like, you can't be, no, like, I wish he was still alive. Anyway.
You were just sitting there waiting around to die, right? Anyway.
Yeah, it's true. I know, you know. But it did continue, and there was like, it was like a shot to like, 15, 16 years later or whatever, and I was driving this super cool, like, old, like, muscle car that was like teal, and I was like dropping her off at school and like telling her about whatever life. So I don't know, I didn't put that in there either, but
a whole lifetime.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah, maybe so.
Yeah, the sequel.
I love it. I love your creative license that you took with it, though, for sure. I think this is better the way you told it. I had a moment where I was like, oh my God, I have to perform in a second. I'm so immersed in the story that you're telling.
That's how I felt about when you were playing. I was like, I can't think about what to play.
I love this.
I think I'm going to have to tune either way because that's the life I'm living over here. And I am going to mix it up a little bit because I think it'll actually...
Banjo.
I need to talk to you about this, actually. Like, what do I do? But I think it'll make more sense all of a sudden if I decide to shift gears and go with my cover so that you guys don't... So no one ever has to listen to 2 covers in a row. And so that you won't notice later when my songs have the exact same chords twice in a row. That's my goal. You'll forget everything that you've heard right now. You'll be so enamored by the time you've heard 2 more songs from them. You won't know. I realized, I was like, I could get away with it because there's going to be a lot of buffer.
All my songs are in the same key.
I don't know though. Speaking of songwriters, so I'm going to play a cover and I'm going to play this. I'm going to talk about some artists and then that's not what I'm playing. But I have been learning songs by various artists and I'll learn multiple of their songs. And so Lady Gaga is one.
Oh, nice.
And then there's another called Pup, which is like a punk band.
Yeah.
But it's really interesting as I learn more of their songs and really start to feel their songwriting style. And like they'll have really interesting things that they do with their chord progressions and like changes that they make. But once you start learning multiple songs, you'll kind of realize like that's their style.
That's their thing.
Like Gaga always has 2 pre-choruses, or she has a pre-chorus and a chorus. She always has multiple choruses in her songs. I feel
It's all about hooks.
the ones that I learned. But so I also like beat myself up for all my songs being the same chords, and Gaga's are all the same chords
all
too.
songs are the same
Well,
chords.
I mean, of course, but that was just like, it's like not only is it like I'm noticing her songwriting structure, but because she's someone who I have like a really similar pitch, like natural pitch to. So I'm like, oh, she sings all in A minor songs too, because that's what works. So that made me happy. This is not a Lady Gaga song. So anyway, this is, but it was just like felt cool to me. Like I was like in on some sort of like special joke that I was like I'm starting to learn some of my favorite artist styles of songwriting. But I thought that this Linda Ronstadt cover, which is technically a Rolling Stones cover, would be a good one for tonight because it's a little more like country, and it just for me it like really gets my toes tapping, and I like can sing it really well. So I thought it would be a fun one to play with you guys tonight. And I guess Linda Ronstadt changed the words from the Rolling Stone version, so then I changed her words a little bit too. Right? Yeah. People try to break me, always think I'm crazy. Make me burn the candle right down. Baby, I can't stay. I don't need your jewels in my crown. Now all you ladies and low-down gamblers cheating like I just don't know how. Well, baby, I go crazy. There's a fever in the forecast now. Low-down bitching got my feet itching. Can't you see the juice is so wild? Baby, get it straight. You gotta roll me and call me the tumbling dice. Always in a hurry, never stop to worry. Can't see the time passing by. Honey, I got no money. I'm 6s and 7s and 9s. Well, hey now, baby, I'm the rank outsider. Do you wanna be my partner in crime? Baby, get it straight. You gotta roll me and call me the tumbling dice. Well, my, I'm the lone crab shooter playing the field every night. Baby, get it straight. You gotta roll me and call me the tumbling dice. Yeah, you gotta roll me. Hey, babe, you gotta roll me. Babe, you gotta roll me. Hey, babe, you gotta roll summer nights. You should sing along. I don't know. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Do you know which words were changed?
So I think that I don't remember the original lyric, but I know that Linda Ronstadt's lyric is, people try to rape me.
Oh.
Which I thought was really interesting, because then I read this whole article about it, and I was like, I did not even hear that in the song. And I think that Ralph, do you know? I think that is the change from the original Rolling Stones version. So I'd say people try to break me. Always think I'm crazy. Which, like, what's the difference, you know? Truly. But I was like, that's a little aggressive, and not what I heard when I heard the song. So
I love it when you think something's a little aggressive.
me, if I'm saying it's a little aggressive, you know. Well, and I'm used to be really weird about, like, you shouldn't change any of the lyrics in cover songs, and then I realize I, like, do it inadvertently all the time.
Sure.
Because I do a lot of rap covers, and then I play them twice as fast, and it's, like, a lot happening, and I like, drop articles wherever I can, I've noticed. So I guess I've changed my opinion by necessity that you should make the cover your own and take all the creative license. It should definitely sound a little different, right? What's the point if it sounds exactly the same?
Yeah, I think that's something I love about folk music is it just feels like it should change almost. Like songs are so personal, and if you take somebody else's song, then you're probably doing that because you connect to it personally. But there's always little ways that you can make it more your own. And anyway, go. No lectures necessary tonight, but I feel great liberty all the time with people's lyrics.
As you should.
And their chord plans. Okay, we're going back to original, and this is fun because in this circle, I definitely feel like the middle, and so this is my leaning towards Mugsy song, and it makes me feel so cool. Hold on, I gotta readjust everything though. Never get my fill. Tell me you won't ever stop when I know you will. I look for you at bedtime, but you're passed out with the tube. I go upstairs and do myself and brew a little feud. I'll set you free. The beast that is inside me is about to break its cage. Come a little closer, baby, and you can taste this rage. I'm going rolling. I'm going rolling around. Oh, I'm going rolling. Round from town to town. The shape of you beneath your clothes makes me shake and sweat. I'm tangled up in all the things that I'll never get though. Hang on to the ocean bar, we're coming round again, baby. Would you like to reconsider that we just be friends? I'm going rolling. I'm going rolling Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. True story.
Yeah, like a weekly true story. Like a regular activity.
Yeah.
I love that one. I feel like I'm in awe.
I know, me too. I love the choice of the verb rolling.
Yeah.
It's like, that's great. How did this happen?
How did this happen?
Yeah.
The banjo happened first, and I thought I would never be able to sing with that. I had to work hard, too. That's why the verses are just in between the chords, actually.
It works!
Yeah, I can't, yes. The timing's still a little funny, but yeah, it started with the banjo.
I could feel the Mugsy style there in the beginning.
Yeah.
I really liked it. But then it like kind of turned into another song, and I kind of forgot about that. And it was just like, by the time it ended, it was like, I've been doing this a lot too. I'm like, that could be two different amazing songs. But I mean, it all sounded great together too. I'm tired and in double awe. I don't know. I forgot about that part in the beginning where I was like, oh yeah, I see why this is.
Just repeat it over and over again. Love it.
It's beautiful.
Thanks, you guys.
Yet another mode that the banjo can do. It can do badass too. It can do it all. Well, I think it probably depends on the person playing the banjo, but I think both of you do badass very well.
Thank you.
Well, and that role was particularly impressive. Like I won't get into like the technical banjo speak, but obviously we have different styles, and that the whole musical part of that song was really beautiful and impressive as well.
Thanks. That's the banjo. This is my second banjo, but banjos. The banjo came to me and it had its own intentions. I really feel like I'm just doing what it says.
I love that. Real quick, so do you usually write the music before the lyrics, or it's always different?
It's different.
Oh, well, then never mind. Don't.
Yeah, we can talk about that later.
Okay.
I'm going into long details.
Well, we're at the songwriter thing. I don't know. Okay, I'm just trying to ask you questions.
I'm pretty much just here tonight to hear Ray sing.
That made me cry. I was so excited about this because I've heard your music, both of you, a little bit, but like not this much and not this intimately, and so I feel like it's as much for like us as it is for y'all. Yeah, maybe more.
Yeah, thanks for coming to this meeting we've been trying to have for a while.
I have to retune, and then I won't have to retune again. It's funny, I usually write in different tunings because I like getting lost. I mean, I'm lost all the time, just like generally in life, but also on the guitar because I don't really like have a good, like, technical theory-y background. And I just like will do something by accident. I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. But even more so in open tunings, I feel like more often than not, what I do by accident sounds good when it's in an open tuning. So it's like kind of nicer to play around in there. Because I don't get like negative reinforcement when something's like,
6 strings is really so many.
It's you have 5.
I only have 4 over here.
You have 4. You have 5.
I literally only have 4.
You only have 4.
What do you need 5 and 6 for, you guys?
I don't know. The
Well,
B
'cause you're
string is
calling him,
very annoying. There's at least one string that I could really do without, and it's the everybody know if you play guitar, you know what string that is.
Well, and they've been telling me all this time that I'm not supposed to hit them all at the same time, and that's why I just took it off. So I'm like, I'm not going to learn how to play it. I'll just modify it to me. It's adapted to my disability as a musician.
The one I could do without is the one that's always out of tune. Good enough. Good enough for folk music. I really like what you said about folk music in terms of making songs your own. This is another original, but I'll do my cover last. But and what you said about like when you play different songwriters, if you play one person's songs or one group's songs, pretty often you get to know their style and you can kind of, I don't know, I found that I ended up kind of writing in those styles. It's like a you are what you eat type of thing, where it's like whatever I'm like inundated with is like what my brain's munching on when I'm not thinking about it. But yeah, in terms of like making things your own and covers and things, and that's really what I love about folk music and like the really early stuff. Like people were changing stuff all the time, and so you'll find one phrase or one little like verse that's in like 4 different songs, and it's like, what the? And at first I was like, they stole it, you know, like how could they? And then I realized that like no one knows who wrote that. No. Like, you know, I want to do a better job at being looser and like with covers and making things my own, because I try to stick to the person too much. And when I play with James over there, he gets mad when I'm like, no, it's got to be this way, and he's like, just relax. Like, it's music; it can be any way that you want it to be. Okay. Standing ovation from the trees. Leaves applauding in the breeze. Don't want no man. Cut the engine for a while. Silence soft as chamomile. The sea for the hour is harbored in. I could make my fingers do what I want them to do. I'm like, we talked about this.
It's so hard. Did I hear the sea for a while is harbored in? Oh my God. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for liking it.
I love it. Yeah. That's all.
Thanks.
That's all I have to say about that. Beautiful.
Yeah, lovely. Just.
Oh, I meent like, do you want to play?
Oh, yeah, no.
You don't have to compliment me.
What is your comment about my song?
No.
I was aware you were passing the mic to me, and I cede my time to talk about you more. So, I thought that was so beautiful, and it just, I feel like, yeah, you really like have a way of like pulling me into like a dream state almost, where it's like I'm just have so many visuals with your song. And it's, yeah, very beautiful storytelling. And we were talking about this a little backstage too, like I don't know, there's a difference too. Like I write songs that are story based, and then I write like a lot of really crappy, sad love songs. And so I definitely like to balance it out, because the story based songs for me are like more fun, and I can tell a story. And I don't know your life. I don't know what you're doing in these songs. This could be you, shooting people out there. I know you told us that one was a dream, right? But I liked, what you were saying too. Like, yeah, the beauty of traditional Americana folk, right, is, and it's funny that you are like, because I'm looking at Elvis while I'm talking to you too, and like, I'm not trying to disparage him when I say this, because he made a lot of money off songs that weren't his, right? But like that's where a lot of American rock and roll comes from, and like I even like think about like the Rolling Stones is like they co-opted a style of music, but before that it was hard. They could have never figured out who wrote the song in the first place as part of the problem, because there were so many artists who were already out there playing these songs and singing them that a lot of them we don't know who they were by. And when I first started playing banjo at like 18, 19, I play my genre that is called folk punk. Like I didn't pick it. I just like went out into the world, and this is a thing that I'm a part of. And I remember my friends saying like, isn't it funny that like us and pop country musicians have like all the same influences? And I think that's true for a lot of folks, is like a lot of us, if you go back, it's the same music that we've all been listening to for a while. And I appreciate you saying, there are only so many chords and so many words. It's like, and I like to kind of homage artists. Like there will be like little snippets and I'll do it. I'll even like refer back to my own songs and my songs. Like I'm special
so
enough to somebody's gonna get the joke. But then I'm like, have I already said this too many times in this album? But so I feel like I'll have lyrics, I'll have concepts, but I really need a melody to like write the song out, right? And I'm not like a great, I don't think of myself as a great musician. I think of myself as a great songwriter and poet, and I just like need a vehicle to yell it at you guys, and something to hide behind a little bit. And so I all year have kind of noticed that I've really been like straight stealing chord progressions. I'll be like, I really like this song and I want to write a song to it. I'm going to learn it and just take the whole chord progression, right? What's the big deal? But it's funny because there's definitely, and I heard once that if it's 10% different, it's not copyright infringement. But what's funny is I've been taking songs and totally changing the feel of them completely from what they originally were. And I do a lot of covers, and I always say, like, I like to take songs and make them really creepy and scary, and I feel like you can do that with any love song. Just like they add an inflection and put it in a minor key, and it sounds very obsessive and disturbing that they're outside your window. But so this year, I've written a lot
Every
of...
breath you take, every move you make.
I'll be watching you. That one's like really overtly creepy to
really
me.
overtly creepy.
But it's a fun thing. Like Girl Crush is one that I like to make like sound very stalkery. That's like a little pop country song. But I have been writing a lot of love songs and grief songs, I would say, kind of from like all directions this year. And so I wanted to say that first song I played, Gonna Lose, I feel like is like a love song to myself. But like the original hook was, the truth is I want it with or without you. And it was kind of like that moment where you didn't know that you were sitting down to write a breakup song until it came out. But the original melody was, the truth is I can't stop thinking about you. And I love that I just took this really sweet song and was like, I love this melody, but I hate this person. That was a little harsh. That's not really, but that I just like turned it into like a completely different kind of song. So it's like, you know, you can get the influence. You can even steal the chords. That doesn't mean it's going to be a whole new flavor. Right? All right. So anyway, this is like an older song I wrote. This is just like one of my favorites. Just a little bit more of a punky one called Your Ghost. Well, Colorado's been calling my name, drowned out by thunder on Wichita Plains. Montana's high, Idaho's insane, Washington's gone up in flames. Well, I love Texas and Tennessee, love Louisiana, Santa Fe. I love you and you love me, but that don't mean we're meant to be. From Utah mesas to Georgia hills, from New Mexico breweries to Alabama stills, through heat waves and winter chills, I chase the wind, I follow the thrills. I follow you anywhere you go, through rain, sleet, ice and snow, through the woods, across the desert. If I thought it would make things better, I ain't got no place called home. I've been doing it on my own. Water's my blood, the road's my bones. This old heart was meant to roam. Well, from the east to the west, the devil's the one that I like best. Well, from the west to the east, he's the only man for me. Well, from the east to the west, the devil's the one that I like best. Well, from the west to the east, he's the only man for me. From coast to coast and state to state, I'll meet you down at Hell's Gates. From state to state, coast to coast, I will drink away your ghost. From coast to coast, state to state, I'll meet you down at Hell's Gates. From state to state, coast to coast, I will drink away your ghost. 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 Thank you so much. I don't know how you keep it in tune at all. I just like, what is it called? I palm mute it so you can't tell that it's out of tune all the time.
I mean, I'm, because there's some people in the back row back there who have really good ears.
I know I'm out of tune.
I'm also out of
Just so
tune.
you know,
wanna
I know.
acknowledge
Don't
that
come
too.
up to me after the show like you sound like shit. I know. Sorry.
I feel like I have like really good luck with tune, and especially with the banjo. Like, I could be like, oh, that's weird, and then I'll go tune and be like, oh, it's reading pretty good on the phone, anyways. But I don't. Yeah, man. Let's not talk about that too much. So
That's the worst part, though, when it's telling me it is in tune.
I know,
I'm
you're
going
like,
crazy over here. Like,
this does not sound. Yeah.
but that's why I'm like, it is a banjo. That's why I say it. It
It's
just,
a
it just
banjo.
sounds like
It's a
that.
banjo. It's a banjo. It's the another special quality of the banjo.
She knows.
Yeah.
Banjo fan.
All right. So that was officially our 3 rounds. We talked about doing 3 rounds, and then we were like, we definitely are going to do 4 rounds for sure. So, this is the start of our last round, I think. We'll see, I guess. See what happens. So I'm going to stand. The banjo is my dear friend, and I waited way too long to make it my friend. But I've always been a singer, and I've been very lucky to get to play with other wonderful people most of my musical life. My new favorite band is in the back of the room. Turn around and say hello to Hey Now. Most of them are here. But one of the things that happened growing up as a singer who couldn't play was that I wrote a lot of songs a cappella. A lot of my songs started with no music at all, and
grateful to find people who put music to them. But this song is a backpacking song. I went to the canyon, to Slickhorn Canyon on Cedar Mesa last spring, an amazing backpacking trip, and really like intentionally asked the canyon for a song. And as I was hiking, it was kind of coming up, and I kind of like, I don't know if I really like that. But I was just like, just let it happen, just let it happen, let it happen. And in the end, this is what we got. And I'm just gonna check because I figured out where I want to start. Nope, it's in a different tuning. It's not gonna help me. All right.
Do you know what note you need?
Nope.
Okay.
Woman after my
Not
own
that I
heart.
could find it, but I figured I'd offer.
No worries. Thank you. That's what I need. What you gonna carry with you all the way? Is there something heavy you could leave behind? What you gonna need at the end of the day? Will you have a burden or an easy mind? You are you, despite your identity. I am me, despite the trappings of time. And we are here by a great serendipity. If you look closely, what might you find? How many miles till you can see it? How many miles till you begin to believe it? And how many miles until you finally feel it? You are home, you are home, you are already home. You are home, you are home, you are always home. And as you pack up your things, be sure you are listening. You cannot take with you the wren's falling cry. And as the last of the stars give into dawn's glistening, give thanks to the canyon and its sliver of sky. You are home, you are home, you are already home. You are home, you are home, you are already home. You are home, you are home, you are always home. That felt very good. Thank you.
It sounded very good.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a really specific question, and I'm gonna there's a great video of one of my favorite musicians making fun of how terrible interview questions are, and they're usually like off base or too personal or whatever. So again, you never have to answer these questions, but I'm gonna be that guy.
Like, what is that song about?
When you say you're always home, do you mean in your body or in your? What do you mean?
What a fun question. It
you
actually came because I was backpacking with students, and all they talked about the whole time we were in this beautiful place was how they couldn't wait to get home. And it was just like so mysterious to me. That's what I mean.
Wow.
Well, even as I asked the question, I realized that there could be so many.
I felt so at home. I just like never wanted to go away. Everywhere you look, there are the remains of ancient civilizations, of people who lived in those canyons and made life in those canyons that did not need Amazon or whatever the things we think we're dependent on to live. That's great. It's not real. we grew up in desert canyons.
Well, and I just felt very moved by it as somebody who like suffers from a lot of anxiety and like working on finding like safety in the world. And so I was very moved by it, by like, It's also like the concept of like, I am the love of my life because I'm the only person I have to put up with my whole life. So I better like learn how to enjoy my company and build a life that we'll enjoy.
Yes.
And so it's like I am always home in my own body and I'm always sovereign and safe in my own body. And even if I'm not like in my safe space, I can literally like hide within my own mind. But then as I was asking you the question, I was like, but is that your body or is that your soul?
Yeah, body. Yeah, I'm gonna go with body.
Okay, cool.
That's wild because I got a totally different and also very evocative thing from it, and I was really moved too. But it's like home is such a big word in that way that it's like, you know, even if you mean it like kind of literally in the sense that you were talking about, it's like, you know, to everyone it's going to mean something different and probably something big. And the thing that I was thinking was like home on earth, like this is our, you know, we're home on this planet and stuff, and that's where I was going with it. But it's really cool that we all had different ones.
That's what I love about art.
Three of us,
Is everyone's perspective is different? That's why I'm like, I still don't know what your first song was about, but I know what it means to me, and that's all that matters. And
Mental health.
Oh, well, yeah, but like that's when we were trying to describe this show, and we're like, it was just I was like, you're just describing life, like it's just like the ups, the downs, all around, right?
Yeah. So what do you call that song? Oh, I call it Auspicious Rocks. Big name.
I like that.
We saw you at the Redstone convenience store.
Oh, the general store. Oh.
She was stuck in all of our heads, but she would not stop singing it for
Oh.
like an entire week.
Wait, which that song?
Yeah, the general store.
Yeah. Oh,
Aw.
my God, that's amazing.
I remembered it.
Oh, wow.
She also didn't stop singing it. Like,
Oh my gosh. Thank you. That's amazing.
All the Steve shows are live streamed too, so this will be on YouTube at GrassRoots Network TV after the fact. Because I will literally, I'll be watching it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes artists don't have recordings, so at least whatever you saw tonight, you can go back and listen to again.
Oh, that's awesome.
So thanks to Steve's and GrassRoots Network
Oh my
TV.
gosh. Thank you so much.
Thank
Steve,
you. Thank you,
Ralph.
Ralph.
Thank you. Yeah. This place. This is home. This is home.
It feels homey. We got a carpet, a living room up here. I have a question for both of you before I start playing. So that obviously badass song.
Thank you.
How do you know when a song is like in the bag? Like when you are finished writing it and you're like, that's a good song. Like how do you feel it? Do you have to play it for other people first and then hear it and then be like, if people like it, then you're like, oh, it must be good. Because that's kind of how I am. And I'm like, oh, I guess they liked it. Maybe it's good. Like sometimes I feel like I have a self gauge and then I'll play it and people won't like it. And I'm like, okay, I must be off.
Nobody doesn't
You know,
like
but-
anything. You say.
No, that's very kind. Thank you. But I mean, I got bad songs. I just try not to play the ones that I know are bad. So I don't know. But but yeah, how do you know? Like when you like, I was thinking that while you were playing your States song. It's like, how do you know when you've got it?
That one has to be like a audience response. I don't know that I feel like I feel it. You know, like I feel like this is a good one. And that one, yeah, I keep playing even though it's like an older style. Before I started, like I feel like my songwriting has improved. Right, I played tonight like a really new song and a song I wrote 10 years ago, and now I write choruses, and in my newer songs I can actually start to hear like, oh, I think that this could actually be like a hit. But it was just totally different than whether or not I like the song and it's important to me, right? And I think like everyone is kind of like the set and setting is always going to be different. I'm somebody who's really nervous to play my original music for people because I actually expect them to not like it. And after 15 years, I've realized that they most of the time do like it. So I should just keep putting it out there for everyone. But it's hard. I feel like it's something I feel in my soul. Like I'll be playing and I feel like my heart and my crown chakra opening. And I'm like, this is it. This is the one. But I think too, it's also like a lot of it being for the right crowd so it's really like it's hard. And so my songwriting too is they are all going to go on an album. They're all, but that doesn't mean I like them or that I'm going to play them, but they can be like filler in there. And so too, just, this isn't even necessarily what you were asking, but I was kind of thinking about it. Like, when do I know a song is done? Because I'll like just be like, okay, this is good enough. And then if I like it, I'll keep playing it and I'll play it different every time. And that's something I like about my songs, that I specifically have some that like will change every time I play it. So it's like the song can keep expanding, but there's always that, like original recorded version of it. And so who knows, like in 20 years, it could be a totally different song because maybe it wasn't in the bag the first time. And I'm like just very like, I don't have time to be a perfectionist in music. So I'm like, it's off to the presses. And then I like to just check in and see what my mood is. I'm like, what lyrics are going to come out today? I'm really a rap artist, but no one seems to get that.
I get it.
Sorry for my really long answer.
I'm not sure I think that songs are necessarily ever done. Like, I'm always open to finding some new piece. I don't, yeah. That song is a little different every time. And, I'm a terrible editor. I feel pretty confident about what I get down the first time most of the time.
Well, it's great. So I feel like you're on the right track there.
But they do grow. They definitely grow. They're always, yeah.
How do you know when you're writing it when it's good? You know, like, do you get a feeling, or is it like?
I don't know. I know if I like it. I don't know if it's good. Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, I feel like there's a. I feel like
it
there
makes me feel how I want to feel. Then it's working. That the first song I played, Every Swinger Knows. I was pretty excited when students really liked it. I was like, I wrote a good song because the teenagers liked it.
Yeah, I feel like it's so different.
Teenagers are a hard crowd too. So.
Yes, they are.
Just like I'll like the song and it'll be important to me because it's a cathartic experience for me.
Right.
But I won't always know if somebody's. But there, I feel like sometimes I'm like, yeah, this is like. I could hear Taylor Swift singing this or something.
Yeah.
Which that doesn't mean it's good, you know. Like that just means because my problem is I write too long of songs. So to write a hit that everyone will love means to like condense it and make it simpler. And but like. I also, write sad love songs, and that's like the easiest thing to get people into because everyone can resonate with that.
Everyone knows it.
True.
All right, Ray.
I'm doing my cover, and I'm doing this one because it's 3 chords.
Yes.
That's why I chose it. Well, so actually, this song has the exact same melody as a bunch of other old folky tunes, and it was written in response to, it was Kitty Wells, and I think she was maybe fooling around with Hank Williams. I forget who it was. She was married to somebody, and they were being terrible. And, you know, it's like a old school feminist song. But it's old school feminist. Also, it's pretty man-hatey. Which is like
old school.
It's like old school, yeah. It's not really my vibe, but it's in a nice key for me. So it's not really like. I just know that I don't personally feel this way. I feel personally very awful about what sound this is making, but I don't know, and it won't stop, will it? No. I need a new cape though. Someone left one at my house the other day.
So you have a new cape now.
True. They did notice that they left it though, and they asked for it back. So.
What a terrible house guest.
Boo. I'll give it back.
You'd be like, I haven't seen it. I'm just kidding. I don't condone that at all.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Ralph.
See you.
My goodness, I feel like a queen, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what if I put it on the wrong side? That's what I thought, but then I just did it and it looked bad. Thank you. I've been practicing. If it's out of tune, it'll be out of tune. And I hope that you enjoy it. As I sit here tonight, the jukebox playing a tune about the wild side of life. As I listen to the words that you are saying, It brings memories when I was a trusting wife. It wasn't God who made honky-tonk angels. You can sing with me if you want. As you say in the words of your song, too many times married men think they're still single. That has caused many a good girl to go wrong. It's a shame that all the blame is on us women. It's not true that only you men feel the same. From the start, most every heart that's ever broken is because there always was a man to blame. It wasn't God who made honky-tonk angels, as you say in the words of your song. Too many times married men think they're still single. That has caused many a good girl to go wrong. It wasn't God who made honky-tonk angels, as you say in the words of your song. Too many times married men think they're still single. That has caused many a good girl to go wrong. That has caused many a good girl to go wrong.
In the back room one time I had a harmony.
Next time we'll do it together.
And I was like, I was not ready for that, but that was beautiful.
Next time we do this, we'll do some songs together.
That'll be our
Yes. Yeah. So next time we'll be prepared, and that would be cool. We can do stuff together. People are like, are you guys doing stuff together? I'm like, no. But now we're like, well, maybe.
Next
we
time.
should.
Next time we definitely will.
Well, it made me feel nice that you're saying that.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Also, Mugsy, your hair's been doing this crazy, beautiful, iridescent thing from where I am. Like the light, that light over there is like, it's
glow.
it's like rainbow fish, like in the best way possible. It's like amazing.
Cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's the vibe I'm trying to cultivate. I just don't.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. My hair appreciates it. I don't know what's going on up there. We are two different people, and I don't get the reports. So, like, if I haven't looked in the mirror, I'm glad it's going well because this is all natural. Not the color, of course. But.
I was about to say, wait.
No, it is a shampoo I've been using, though. No joke. They make it really easy these days to dye your hair, so I've just been can't afford shampoo and conditioner and hair dye, but they sell them all in one now.
Nice.
So I gotta tune up because I'm gonna have to anyway, but I just figure I'll wait until it's my turn to talk, so I'm just tuning over myself. So I don't know if I said this, but Gonna Lose, I was talking a lot about my first song, the last time I was talking about myself earlier tonight. I feel like that it ended up being like a love song to myself. It was like it's about like what I want in a relationship, and that like I am willing to put up with a great deal, but only if it is for like the kind of relationship that I want to be in. But it's also about how like we, choose our own failures. That every failure is a choice, basically. I mean, that's I think a hard way to say it. I mean, also every failure is just a lesson, right? But so I feel like Gonna Lose was like the love song I wrote to myself this summer, trying to pull myself out of some weird stuff. And then this is the newest song I've written, and right now it's just called Funny as a working title. I just threw it out there. It's called Funny.
Funny, nice.
I just threw it out there in a day. To me, it feels like very Rolling Stonesy, and I was like, these lyrics are really simple. I feel like there's definitely something here with this hook, and I'm just gonna leave it how it is because, like, that maybe it is something. But I chose to kind of keep it a little more simple. Like, I don't not personally love the lyrics to the song, but I like that it's just nice, simple ditty. So Gonna Lose is a love song to myself, and Funny is a breakup song with everyone I've ever known, basically. Because the song I wrote before this, there's literally a lyric that says, I'll never write another song about you. And then I wrote this one, and I was like, it's not about them. It's about everyone. And it's about us. And it's about this concept that was introduced to me recently that we don't really have good role models of what love looks like. And I certainly did not have good role models of what love and partnership looks like, or friendship or relationships or whatever. So it's like, it's not about a specific person. It's about us as a society. Yeah, I know you love me, but boy, you can't control me. Yeah, I know you love me, but you got a funny way of showing it. Yeah, you got a funny way of showing up. You got a funny way of showing love. You got a funny way of showing it. You got a funny way of showing it. Well, I spend all my money on a lot of things I don't need. I spend all my tears on people who never gave me anything. And it doesn't seem to matter the time, the place, or name. Everywhere I go, I let people treat me just as the same. I know. See, okay, I just tried to change a lyric there, and it screwed me up. And for some reason, when I was writing this song, I lose where the chorus is every time. And I thought I'd figured it out, so let's see. I know you love me, but boy, you can't control me. Yeah, I know you love me, but boy, you can't afford me. Yeah, I know you love me, but you got a funny way of showing it. You got a funny way of showing up. You got a funny way of showing love. You got a fucked up way of showing love. You got a funny way of showing it. So out of tune, I don't know how that happens. I never said I wasn't crazy. You know I'm wild and free. But at least, hey, when I act up, I take accountability. Well, I may be dramatic, but I always come correct. I never try to hide from you what's in my heart or in my head. Yeah, I know you love me, but boy, you can't control me. Yeah, I know you love me, but hey, you can't afford me. Yeah, I know you love me, but you got a funny way of showing it. We got a fucked up way of showing it. We got a funny way of showing up. 'Cause nobody ever taught us a better way of showing love. We got a funny way of showing it. We got a funny way of showing it. We got a funny way of showing it. It's not really, I don't know how that one ends. I don't know if I even like it yet, but I like the hook, and I hope you guys do too. That tuning.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Oh yeah, I think that's it, right? Yeah.
That's our show.
To Olivia Pevick for putting this all together. Thank you so much for being here and bringing us together.